Affirmations. Are you doing them? If not, you should be. I'm going to show you how to do them, what my affirmations look like, and the benefits of doing so. So firstly, affirmations are kind of like statements you make each day. So you could be like, I'm eternally grateful for how happy and prosperous my life is. You can say that daily to make you feel good. Show gratitude. Okay, so firstly I'm going to show you my affirmations. You can write these down however you want, but let me show you how I've done them. So here's my affirmation. That's my vision board, but that's for another video. We'll do that in another video. Here's my affirmations. I write it down on the whiteboard because then I can change it if I don't like that affirmation, and it's just always there in front of my bed. But I like it like this. So basically, first one, I am fearless. I am filled with confidence, courage and determination. I am destined for greatness. Success is inevitable. I am radiant with unlimited energy. I attract huge quantities of money. My weight is 63.5 kilograms. My body fat percentage is 4%. And if you notice, there's $1 there. And this is a picture of Bruce Lee looking absolutely shredded. I'll get on to why I do that. So yeah, that's my list of affirmations. As you see, it's not many. It's just a short list. I prefer to keep it short because I feel like it sticks more. But you can write whatever you want. So you don't have to. I like to say I am fearless, like I am, because I just feel that has a greater effect on me. But you could say like, I'm so grateful for being fearless. I'm so grateful for being so confident, courageous, stuff like that. But you can write whatever you want based on how you feel, how it resonates with you. That's the main thing. Your affirmation has to resonate with you. It's no point saying something if you don't really believe it or it has no effect on you. Like saying, like, I'm 5'7.5". If I was like, I'm 6 foot, but I don't believe it, that really doesn't do much for me. So the way I do my affirmations is by a timer. You could set a limit of how many times you want to do it. So to say I'm going to repeat these phrases or affirmations 10 times. But the reason I don't do that is because I feel like you're then counting how many times you've done it instead of feeling deeply the effect of the affirmation. So what I do, I use a timer. So I'll just get my phone. I set it for 5 minutes or 3 minutes, depending on how much time I've got in a day. But I'll do this once in the morning and once before bed. Set the timer. And then I'll just repeat the affirmations. So I'll keep saying them until the 5 minutes is up. The reason I do that is because then I'm not consciously thinking how many more have I got to go. I can feel it. So if I say, like I attract huge quantities of money. Sorry, I was looking at my board. Then I can feel that. I can like just picture in my mind like magnetizing money towards me. Instead of thinking, okay, this is the 5th time I've said this now. I can just keep going through saying it, repeating it to myself. Now when doing affirmations, you can just, sometimes I just read it off the board like this, like that. And that's kind of why I've got $1 here. I'm from the UK, if you can't tell by my accent. So you're wondering why I've got $1. The reason I've got $1, I put it next to the huge quantities, I attract huge quantities of money one, because I want to attract money. But the $1 because I'm also trying to attract America here. Trying to go there, it's been a dream of mine. But anyway, it's a topic for another time. But I put that next to that. I put that next to that affirmation, and I've got this picture of Bruce Lee here, looking shredded, next to body fat percentage and weight. Because when I say I am 63.5 kilograms, I am 4% body fat. I look at this sort of image here, and I sort of try and visualize myself as that. It's important that you visualize. Don't just say these words emptily. Feel them, visualize them. When doing these affirmations, you can put your hand on your chest, on your heart. Some people find it has a more profound, powerful effect doing it like that. But what I like to do, I like to have my arms open wide. Just exposing yourself. So like you're there for the universe. Don't do it all crouched up like this. I just don't feel it has as much effect. But if you have like your arms spread wide, so you say, I am fearless, I am filled with confidence, courage and determination. Smile while you're doing it. It just has a bigger effect on you. You're basically saying to the world, I am these things, or I am grateful for this. You're not afraid of anyone hearing you saying this stuff. Like sometimes, like I'll have my windows open, and sometimes I think people can hear me and they're looking up thinking, oh, look, it's a crazy kid. But who cares? That's what you're saying. You're saying it to the world. You're not fearing anyone hear it. Because if you try and shut yourself in and think, I don't really want people to hear me saying these things, then you're not really believing them. If you fully believed it, why would you care what anyone else thought? If they thought, no, that's not you and that. Because if you believe it, that's all that matters. One other technique of doing it I find is much more powerful is if you get a mirror while you're reading them, look into the mirror, look into your eyes. This helps a lot more. I know it's been beneficial for a lot of people. Use a mirror as you say the affirmations and say them to yourself. Look yourself dead in the eye and say your affirmations. It just has a much more powerful effect in my opinion. I've had so much more success doing it like that. So do this for, I'd say, at least a month. You have to, it's not gonna, it may do, depending on who you are, it could change your life within a day, but do it for a month and see how you feel. You can even play happy music while you're doing it. Don't play sad, depressing music while you're doing your affirmations. Probably not the best thing to do. Play some happy, upbeat music, what gets you going. Just the important thing is that you feel good while doing this. You got to feel great. You can't do it just if you're feeling really sad and angry. It's probably not the best time to be doing them, but just feel good and do them. So the reason I do these in the morning upon waking up and in the afternoon, well, when I go to bed, is because your subconscious mind, which makes up 95% of your thought patterns, think that 95%, so only 5% is conscious. Oh, the sun's going in, it's got a bit darker. But when you wake up in the morning and before you go to bed, your subconscious mind is more moldable, it's more receptive. It's a much better time to do it. As soon as I wake up, I do my meditation, boom, straight on them affirmations. Try not to think of it, just stay on them affirmations. I'm taking them in. And you can write as many affirmations as you want. Maybe you just want to do one affirmation. If that's the case, do one affirmation. It's entirely up to you. The most important thing is don't let it become a chore and you think, oh, I've got to say all these affirmations out again. Because as soon as it becomes like that, you're not really taking it in. It's not really going to have that much of an effect. So now I thought it'd be cool to talk about my experience with affirmations, how they benefited me and what they did for me. But first of all, I want to say, kind of like a warning. I don't know if this has happened to other people. It may not have, but it happened to me. So when I first started doing affirmations, I felt really down, like self-loathing, kind of like borderline depressed. Like I'd read up all the benefits of doing it and I started saying them, and I don't know, as the days followed, after a while, I've been doing this for months now, but my first initial period, I felt really quite sad and no energy, no drive to do anything, like something wasn't processing right. And my opinion, like I don't have that now, I've completely come through that. My opinion of why that happened, I don't know if it's happened for anyone else, but it happened for me. But my opinion of why that happened was because it was going so against the grain of how my body and mind have been conditioned, what my current subconscious level was at that time, how it was going so against it. It was like conflicting. It's kind of like trying to push two of the same magnets together. It didn't want to do that. It's kind of like when you first go to the gym and you get extremely sore after a session because your body's not used to it. It's not done this thing before. So it's kind of like repels. It's kind of makes you feel like I don't want to do this anymore. But that was kind of a benefit as well. The fact that this had such an effect on me to make me feel so negative and down meant this must be having some sort of effect on me. This must have like a benefit. For it to make me feel bad, it must be able to make me feel good. That's exactly what happened. I rode it out, carried on doing them, and I can say I feel a lot lighter and clearer for it. So the first thing I'll use is I am fearless. The reason I have that affirmation is because sometimes when I'm faced with problems, like you gotta get comfortable in the uncomfortable, kind of want to just run away, but I had to make that affirmation I am fearless because there's a lot of challenges in life you're gonna have to push through. So that's the one I made, and the effect it's had on me, it's happened by accident. I was at work and there was a spider in what do you call it, stock room. I work in a bar, it was out back, and it was crawling and that, and the other girl I worked with was like, oh my god, there's a spider, and got like really scared. And I just literally walked over, went, oh okay, grabbed the spider, took it off, set it free. She's like, what the hell did you just do? I was like, just let it go. But this was the incredibly weird thing. I've kind of had arachnophobia like before, and I'm very sorry for doing this. If I see a spider, I would have to try and kill it because my heart rate would go up. I would start sweating profoundly. I couldn't handle it. But this was a really weird situation. It didn't even come into my mind. It was only after I'd done that, I was like, oh wait a minute, I just literally touched a spider in my hand and set it free. What the hell have I done? You're meant to be scared of spiders. But the feeling wasn't there, so it was really weird. It was like my mind was saying one thing, but how I felt on the inside was completely different. I'm kind of putting it down to that. Could be coincidence, but for the minute I'm going to put it down for my affirmations. With my money affirmations saying I attract huge quantities of money, not a millionaire yet, but I'm going to be, okay? But I used to work at a supermarket, and when you work there, you get a shares sort of thing. So it's kind of like an investment, you automatically get them. And just a few weeks ago I got a letter through saying that my shares were worth £64. Do I want to sell them? I was like, okay. I'm putting that down to attractive money. Like, I wouldn't have had that before. I was just like, that's really weird that it's come at the time I've been saying these affirmations. Could be coincidence if you're very skeptical, but affirmations, they work. And with my weight, if you see that there when I said I am 63.5 kilograms, I am 4% body fat, I got that idea from Arnold Schwarzenegger. He used to do that with his goals, write down his goal weight, and he visualized himself as that weight, and it worked out for him. So I thought, why can't that work out for me? And I'm happy to say I did go from 65 kilos to 63.5. Literally hit that weight. I'm not exactly 4% body fat yet. Close, I'm not there yet. But yeah, but I'm not saying my body just changed overnight into that. It just feels like you then subconsciously make better food choices. I was already eating clean, but the portion amounts you do, like of oatmeal and stuff like that, it just seems to correspond with what your goal is. Like, your body just knows how to now get to that weight. It's a strange thing, and I really do, I'll say you try it. It's powerful as well. Trust me on this. If you've been trying to lose weight, because I've doing this before, I was training so much harder than I used to be and dieting like ridiculous amounts. I mean, don't even say I was eating too much, because I wasn't, and I just couldn't lose the weight. I was having no processed food, no sugar, it's just veg shakes and that, and my body just wouldn't shift in weight. But since doing this, it has. It's quite weird and crazy, but I love it. Since doing these affirmations as well, like saying I'm filled with confidence, courage and determination, I've noticed whenever I get in a difficult situation, just say, I don't know, you got to deal with something at work, or you got to do something that feels kind of out of your comfort zone, that automatically then repeats in my head. I am confidence, I am courage, I am determination. It just repeats, and then you feel like, yes, this is my time to prove I am that. It's like the universe giving you opportunities to prove it and to help you build. Because in a way, getting comfort in the uncomfortable is kind of like working a muscle. The more you do it, the better you get at it, the larger situations you can deal with. So yeah, if you've got any experiences with doing affirmations, please put them in the comments below. And just try it. I was very skeptical at first as well. I was like, how on earth can saying words do anything? But they really, I'm not going to say like it's going to change, we may change your life in one go, but I'm not going to sit here and say, yeah, you're going to go from having no money to $1 billion within 1 week. Maybe it will, but I'm not going to promise you that. But I always go by now, what is the harm in trying? If it doesn't work, so be it. I tried it, I now know. If it does work, then you've got a lifetime of benefits. So give it a try, tell me what affirmations you got. I'll do more videos on this because there's other ways to do this. But thank you for watching, and I'm going to end this video on a quote by Esther and Jerry Hicks, who say in their books, if you've read them on the law of attraction and all that stuff, they always say, nothing is more important today than feeling good. And that's kind of it. If you feel good, your day's going to go good. Everything's going to happen a lot more smoothly, a lot more positively, and be more productive. So feel good, have a great day, tell me about your experiences, do some affirmations if you want. Thank you for watching. See ya.